Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 6 of the top 5 questions and answers fueled by Hot Pockets. Made with 100% real cheese, they're one of my favorite snacks that I've been enjoying for years. Just 2 quick minutes in the microwave and you got yourself a nice, delicious Hot Pocket, getting you back to gaming even sooner. So good. Thank you, Hot Pockets, for the support, and without further ado, let's jump into the top 5. The first question is relating to Rainbow Six Siege, which I've been doing a lot of top plays for, and in particular, I did some recent streaming for the new technical test servers, being able to test out the 3 new operators in the new map, which is just around the corner to fully release. The question being, which of the new operators is my favorite? Well, with the new operators, we got to see some new weapons. The machine pistols, which are awesome, but also is the first introduction of a slug shotgun into the game. The way I think about this game is from a perspective of top plays, because that's what I see the most of, and that's what I'm most impressed by, so that's what I'm looking forward to seeing, right? And we've already started to see some submissions come in, but that gun in the top plays, I'm waiting to see a nice headshot-only feed with that from range. That's got me the most excited. Now, I know that's not relating to the new gadgets, but I'm down for new guns to the games as well. If you had to pin me down for gadgets, Dokabee's got to be the best. Being able to hack into the enemy cameras and take the phones off of the operators as well, to set everybody's phones off, make them think that their moms text messaged them during the game, it's too good. Question 2 relates to Battlefield. I got some questions asking, what do I think the next Battlefield will be in terms of the setting? Most recently, we had World War I for Battlefield 1. Before that, Battlefield Hardline, which is kind of more cops and robbers, although more modern day. Because they went with a naming mechanic of Battlefield 1, it makes me think that the next one would be Battlefield 2, World War II. But then again, Call of Duty just released their Call of Duty World War II this year. So I don't think it's very likely that they would go with World War II following that. Although they very well could, I have no idea. When they were announcing leading up to the World War I game, a lot of people were interested in a 2143, kind of an extension to their futuristic, but I doubt that's going to be the case as well. At least what I think I would like to see personally is a modern combat Battlefield game. They did a great job with Battlefield 4. There's so much to expand upon between the current guns, and it's fun being able to see guns that are in real life in a game. But also, that's just the genre that I personally have been really into lately with games like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Rainbow Six Siege. And while we do have a lot of games that are more modern out there, I think the way that Battlefield plays is different, and the scale of the map and how smooth the Frostbite engine runs, I think they could do a lot with that. Question 3. Will I be playing PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on the Xbox? Probably one of the most common questions that I've been receiving still is yes. The answer is yes. I will be trying it out. I can't say that it's going to be my main platform by any means, but I will be giving it a shot, and it's getting even closer. We now have an official release date of December 12th for the Xbox, which I'm excited to see, and I'm curious to see if it's going to run better on that than it does on PC. Not in the sense of graphics and performance, but more of lag, because Xbox, I guess, has been working really closely with them, and they only need to really optimize it for one platform. So maybe by doing that, they'll fix a lot of the issues that are plagued in the game, like, first of all, cheaters. Hopefully that'll be better. The lag when opening doors, picking up loot, amongst every other piece of lag in the game. I'm hopeful to see an improvement on it, and I think it's going to bring a lot more players. I'm personally doubtful that this will be even bigger on Xbox than it is on PC. There was a peak over 2 million concurrent people online on PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds at one time on the PC, and everybody can have a PC or computer of some sort. Even if it doesn't play the game very well or at all, they could still try and log on and try and play it, which we have seen. But the interesting thing is that when it is just integrated into the Xbox store, and it is so much more affordable to get Xbox than building a whole PC or using whatever, I think a lot more people are going to be willing to purchase an Xbox in order to play PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds than they would be to purchase a PC and start playing it, which I've heard a lot of people tell me that they have done. Got a PC just to start playing PC games, starting with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. As a whole, I definitely will say this game will be bigger, but I think there's a lot more room for backlash as well if the game is super laggy and doesn't perform well. which is a lot of what we've been currently dealing with the game, because the game's not even technically out yet. It's in early access still, and I don't know if the game will be ready for full release for that date, which they've said that they will be, and it will be out. So really, we're just going to have to wait and see, and I'll definitely follow up with it. And finally, question number 5, what is my favorite game to live stream? I've been incorporating a lot more streaming into my content over the last year or so. Made a second channel highlighting a lot of the gameplay from it. And when I first started it, I thought I would be mostly playing Battlefield. That was the game that I was majority playing at the time. But also around that time was when PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds came out, and that got me so hooked that it made it even better that I started to stream more at the time, because it gave me an excuse to play the game even more. That has been one of my favorite games to stream, and that's one of the reasons that it's been so easy for me to do so much consistent streaming as well. I've also really been enjoying playing Fortnite. Just in general, I guess the Battle Royale style games have been really enjoyable for me to play, as well as to live stream. Each game is like a story unfolding that has so much pressure at the end that it's fun to experience it, but it's even more fun to stream it with thousands of people watching and laughing at you when you crash the car into a tree. And that, my friends, is the top 5. Thank you so much for watching. And again, a huge thank you to Hot Pockets for supporting this series. This has been something brand new over the last few months. We've been starting out, and it has been a ton of fun to read through your guys' questions, as well as to just get a more direct line of communication with you. So if you enjoyed it, show it some love. That's it for this one. Can't wait to see where this series goes. Stonemount64, over and out.